Hello, welcome to my channel, Another Bibliophile Reads. My name is Greg, and I am here to do the currently reading tag. This tag was created by Charlie Ray in 2015. So this is a rather elderly tag that's had a resurgence of popularity. I was tagged by Aaron Facer. He is a booktuber you should go take a look at. He does a lot of poetry, and booktube does need more poetry. Well, anyway, this tag has 11 prompts. Prompt number 1. How many books do you usually read at once? I almost always have at least 2. One audiobook and one physical or ebook. Occasionally, I will be reading more than those 2. Typically, that would be like a buddy read when we're doing a long, complicated book. A few months ago, I did The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann over a period of about a month and a half. And so that would bring it up to 3. And there have been occasions when I have brought that up to 4 or 5. And at that point, it just gets too confusing. I think 3 is the most at least the most I can really handle all at once. And when I've tried more, it's just not that successful. Prompt number 2. If you're reading more than one book at a time, how do you decide when to switch to reading the other book? Do you read in a certain amount of pages in each? Well, in a typical day, as I said, I do an audiobook and a paper or ebook. Once I finish with my morning chores, which is feeding the cats and cleaning the cat litter boxes, I go for a walk. And on my walks, I always listen to an audiobook. And that's either a half hour to an hour, sometimes a little longer. So that is my audiobook time. I will also listen to the audiobooks when driving or doing chores like dishes. I rarely just listen to an audiobook while sitting around at home. When I'm just at home, I read my other books. When I am doing like a buddy read I mentioned before, I will start off first thing in the morning after my walk to read that buddy read first, whatever it is. And usually that is a set number of pages that I have to get through a day. So after I finish that one, I am then free to read whatever else I am reading. Prompt number 3. Do you ever switch bookmarks while you're partway through a book? No, not unless I lose the bookmark or something like that. I have a whole collection of hundreds of bookmarks. Maybe someday I'll do a video just on those, but no, I don't switch unless it gets lost or something. Prompt number 4. Where do you keep your book you're currently reading? Usually that is upstairs in the living room, because that is usually where I've been reading before I go to bed. Prompt number 5. What time of day do you spend the most reading? That's usually in the evening. That's probably just a holdover from the days when I was working. Usually during the day, I'm doing lots of chores or watching some videos. I do some afternoon reading. Usually afternoon is when the reading starts to kick in and when my wife is still working. Prompt number 6. How long do you typically read in one go? Usually about an hour, and then this bloody watch tells me to get up and stand because I want to stand for at least a minute every hour. So that usually interrupts my reading every hour. Sometimes, depending how it happens, I can read for like an hour and a half, close to 2. But that's about the most. I like to get up and stretch my legs. Now, if I'm like on the beach vacation and I'm under palapa, I can read for like 3 hours straight. Prompt number 7. Do you read hardcovers with the dust jacket on or off? Well, I almost always read them with the dust jacket on. Now, if you notice, this is just a sample. This hardcover has Mylar, and I can sort of shine the cover. And all my hardcovers, or almost all of them, have these Mylar protections because I really like protecting the dust covers of my jackets. And once they're protected like this, I just usually read with them on. 8. Which position do you mainly use to read? I have reclining couches. I am often on one of those. I do have a non-reclinable couch. It's an IKEA, some sort of couch. And the reason why I would usually use that one and not the reclining is because my cats are on the couch. And I'd like to read with my cats, in which case I would be sort of stretched out using the armrest as a pillow, or put a pillow on the armrest and laying out that way, and hopefully have a cat on my lap or a cat on my side. Or if I'm on a recliner, hopefully a cat joins me, because reading is better with cats. Prompt number 9. Do you take the book you're currently reading with you wherever you go? No. When I was younger, and this is before the Kindle, I had a handheld PDA. And I kept that in a little tiny fanny pack, and I could read the early versions of ebooks. And the reason I did that is when I ever went out with my wife to for dinner, she'd like to go shopping after dinner. And she would deposit me on a bench outside wherever she was going shopping, and I'd read my PDA. And that was good. We called that the marriage saver because I wasn't begging her to leave off shopping and go home early. For whatever reason, she no longer likes to shop after we go out to dinner or on whatever. And I no longer feel the need to bring that with me everywhere. Even though now with the iPhone, I have my Kindle with me wherever I go. But a physical book, I rarely bring those outside the house. Prompt number 10. How often do you update your progress in the book you are currently reading on Goodreads? On Goodreads? Never. I'm not a member of Goodreads. I once was a member of Goodreads, but I quit them after they started deleting books from my account. And that is another subject entirely. But Goodreads at one time really did not like audiobooks, especially certain types of audiobooks. They did not like the great courses, which they considered not a book. And they did not like Audible originals when there was no physical or ebook copy of that, only the audiobook edition. And on 2 different occasions, Goodreads deleted books that I had read from my account. And the first time when they deleted the Great Courses books, I said, well, that's an anomaly. But after they deleted the Audible originals, I said, that is a pattern. And I do not want to belong to a website that will delete data from a user's account. And speaking as a former computer programmer who worked with data, deleting customers' data is the biggest bozo no-no a programmer can do, or one of the biggest. Prompt 11. Who would you like to tag? Well, I would like to tag some smaller channels. Now, I'm not a very big channel myself, but there are 3 that I would like to see get more attention. One is Yard of Random Books. As of this morning, he was still under 100 subscribers, and he does some good content. So go ahead and subscribe to his channel, and maybe he will do this tag. Now, I don't know if he does tags. He doesn't have to if he doesn't want to, but it's a fun little tag. Next is Michael Romeo Talks Books. He's a little over 200, but still, he's a good guy. He has good content, so I tag him. And another very small booktuber that she's under 100 subscribers is Ann Novella. So I'm not sure she does tags either. If she doesn't, that's okay. No one has to do a tag, but just giving these smaller booktubers a little bit of attention. Thank you. Keep on reading.